A player, you only got to look at Tottenham's bench and the ammunition, what they have to bring on. And today they've not produced the goods. You know, they need to move. When they get their chance, when they get their noses in front, it was a chance to go into the top four, and they've tripped up. And they keep doing it. That's not good enough. They need to take maximum points in games like this to manoeuvre themselves into that position where they need to be at the end of the season, which is Champions League football. At the moment, it's not good enough. They need to capitalise. Games like this, team what are struggling, lacking confidence. When Harry Kane scored 2 goals and they go 2-1 up, they have to then put their foot on the pedal and go ahead. Unfortunately, couldn't do it today.
An opportunity missed for Tottenham today. Well, let's bring you up to date with what's happened so far in match week 30. We've seen 24 goals scored so far. Some standout results so far was definitely West Brom's win at Stamford Bridge, 5-2. That day ended with Liverpool keeping a clean sheet and firing 3 past Arsenal. As for today, we've seen Southampton beat Burnley 3-2. We've seen points shared at St James's Park. And now Fulham, if they do beat Aston Villa, they will climb above Newcastle in the table. But that will be based on goal difference. And Manchester United are at home to Brighton. Brighton looking to build on back-to-back wins in the league. Well, let's just show you the Premier League table. Well, this is what it means for Newcastle. So they have put 3 points between them and Fulham. It was a hugely significant point for Steve Bruce's men today. But Fulham, as I said, have the opportunity to climb above them on goal difference, but they do have to take 3 points against Aston Villa. Let's look at the top half of the table. So Tottenham went into 4th. They've then climbed out of it. They're now in 5th in the Premier League table. They failed to maximise on Chelsea dropping points yesterday. So with Leicester, Chelsea and Tottenham dropping points this match week, well, it was a great weekend for Liverpool. And West Ham and Everton, of course, have games in hand over those teams. Well, it is time to head into a...
Joe, how big a goal was that? Big break of the international duty to wait to get back out on the pitch, but that performance today, what does that say about where you are as a group of players and the fight that you've got to take now until the end of the season?
As a group of players, collectively we're all willing to fight for each other, you know, and I feel like if we continue to play that how we did today, we have no problem staying in this league.
Big moment there for Joe Willock, big moment for Newcastle as they earn a point. And we were talking about how important that player is for this Newcastle side. But just before we saw the equaliser, Harry Kane had a huge chance.
Yeah, massive chance. Breakaway, counter-attack from Tottenham was Newcastle's corner. They defend it well. That's Harry Kane there, who's heading it out of the box. Son carries it forward. Lamella's on his bike, and Harry Kane comes on the left-hand side of him, and he just slows up his run here. He knows that Lamella's running into a cul-de-sac, and then he gives it in. Once he cuts inside, you think, oh, goal. It's just unfortunate there. He just gets the wrong side of the post. But a great break from Spurs and magnificent from Harry Kane. He's unlucky not to be taking the match ball home with 3 points. Unfortunately, it didn't materialise like that, and got to give a huge amount of credit to the way Newcastle come back from that.
And this is what happened 90 seconds later.
Maximum just picks the ball up and cuts inside, tracks players to him, and then you just see Lamella switch off with Joe Willock there. And as Joe, he's got, as you see here, Lamella comes inside and then sees Joe Willock, great play by Maximum, and he sees Joe Willock running, and he just switches off here and lets him go. It's Joe that comes in on the far post, poor defending from Tottenham's point of view, and but Joe doing what his manager wanted him to do, get in the box and score a goal, and that's what he's done, and he's nicked a valuable point for Newcastle.
And you pointed out at the start that you were surprised that Joe Willock wasn't in the side.
Yeah, I just feel like he gives you energy, he gives you... When a team's struggling to score goals, you know, like he just said there, part of his game is to get in the box and score goals. I think he gives them that added option as much as they haven't got the ball in the box as much as he probably would have liked him to. But today, I think, you know, Newcastle, the manager got the response he wanted from the team, and they created a host of chances and probably should have scored more goals.
Well, he certainly got the response at the beginning, didn't he, with Joelinton putting them 1-0 up?
Yeah, I was pleased for Joelinton. I think he works tirelessly for them. They come out to Sanchez and he makes a couple of mistakes here. You know, he gives it to Tanganga, he gives it him back again. I mean, and this is just rash. I mean, Richie just wins the tackle here. Højbjerg has to do better. Great pass there, and he just passes it into the back of the net. I was really pleased with him. It's an easy chance, but he's missed easy chances this season. So you've got to put him in the back of the net, and he does. And it was a great start for Newcastle, but unfortunately, they couldn't hang on to it for very, very long. It's only 1.5 minutes before Tottenham are back in the game. But that tackle there from Højbjerg, he has to win that one. And then fantastic for Joelinton, good for his confidence. Celebrated not like a player who's only scored 2 goals this season.
But then, as you pointed out, it didn't take very long at all before Harry Kane got on the score sheet.
Great ball from Lo Celso here, and like I said, Kraft probably should have put that out for a corner. Tries to play it out and not give away a corner, but unfortunately doesn't make the contact he needs to make on it. Great ball from Lo Celso here, but gets the opportunity to get away, doesn't, and it's in the back of your net. And after working so hard to score a goal, to give that away just after 1.5 minutes is criminal from Newcastle's point of view.
Yeah.
But if there's one person you don't want it to drop to, it's Harry Kane.
Yeah. No, and then within 6 minutes, we've seen 3 goals.
Yeah, Højbjerg link up again with Ndombele, who was the best player apart from Harry Kane on the pitch. Great reverse pass there to Harry Kane. Just violence, just makes good contact, low, down the right-hand side, loads of space, gets turned on his back foot, load of awareness. He knows where Harry Kane is, finds the ball just on side there. The first touch is key, and it gives him no problems, and he just smashes it into the bottom right-hand corner. Past Dubravka, he has absolutely no chance with the pace that Harry hits that with. But you think from there, they're just going to go on. You know, Harry Kane's going to end up with a match ball. They will just go on and on. We have to give Brucey a lot of credit. Made the change at the right time. They missed some chances. They kept on going. Good spirit. And it's a point where they closer to where they need to be.
Well, big point for Steve Bruce. But how does Jose Mourinho reflect on his team's performance?
Jose, to turn that game around in the first half, how do you reflect on just leaving here with a point today?
It's not a good point. We should, and we come, of course, with the objective to win it. So, not happy with the point, and I don't want to go very deep on my analysis, because I feel that what I feel, what I think, what I want to say cannot be with you. Can only be in the dressing room.
If we start looking defensively, not going too deep, but was it perhaps a little too open at times?
It's a bit of a contradiction, because normally you tell that we are not an open, expensive team, so it looks a little bit of a contradiction. I would say that too many individual mistakes, and then mistakes give instability.
He can't tell us what he's going to say in the dressing room, but Tim, what do you think is going on in that dressing room now?
Well, they've certainly missed out on 3 points there today. You know, they picked up a point in the end. They didn't deserve a point. I think the second half performance, Newcastle, double amount of efforts on goal, 22 to Tottenham's 11. You'd have to say, on the balance of play, Newcastle deserved to win the game. Now, I don't think that a Tottenham team, with the ammunition what they carry there and the names what you've got on that team sheet, should be not winning against Newcastle, who are a team who are lacking confidence. They should go there with a chance to go into the top 4 above Chelsea and blow them away today, but they couldn't do it.
Was it a mistake not starting the likes of Bale or even Son in this game?
I mean, we can sit back in hindsight and say yes, but you know, the performance that Tottenham gave against Aston Villa with those same 11 that went out to start the game, you'd have to say, you know, give them the opportunity, because they had a great result, great way of playing when they played against Aston Villa. So you gave them the opportunity. They just didn't have that same. And we spoke about it. You know, it's not losing the game; it's the way that you lose a game. And you know, you go to Newcastle and you're trying to get into that 4th spot, and they're struggling where they are. You'd have expected Tottenham to go on and win that, and you get your best players on the park. And as much as they did well against Aston Villa, you know, you look at Bale, you look at Son, and you think those are your best players.
Well, they're playing Man United next.
Yeah.
What does that mean for Tottenham's top 4?
Well, that's massive. It's a must-win game. You know, we talked about beating the teams in and around them. They have Man United. They come next. And then they go Leicester, last game of the season. Now, the position they're in, I mean, they're very close to the top 4, but they can't afford to drop points because there's some very, very good squads. You know, Chelsea's and Liverpool's are also fighting for that prize as well. And Leicester, you know, Leicester are playing very well. Man City are just a different class yesterday to any team in the league against Leicester. But I think they have to dust themselves down. There's no time to sulk about it. They have to just get on with it, and hopefully they can use the firepower, get the right players on the pitch at the right time, cut out the mistakes, and get as many points as possible. And hopefully they can get to the Champions League, which will be the prize they're looking for.
Absolutely. Well, on that note, it's time for us to say goodbye. Tim, Les, it's been a pleasure spending the afternoon with you. 2 games down, 2 more to go in the company of Steve Bauer, Michael Owen.